Hello everyone, my name is Xue Hao. My English name is Alex, and now I live in China. I independently invented a new trade method, exchange trade, which will change the operating model of internet platforms and help us find the new growth points for the world economy. In addition, exchange trade can also improve commodity productivity and transaction quality help us delay economic recession and fight economic crises. The creation of exchange trade theory and the production of PPT teaching video are completely by me alone. However, due to my poor English, I did not display the video content directly, and the PPT explanation sound you heard later is done by computer software. There are two problems with my PPT presentation in English. The first problem, the video won't work well by doing this, because my English is not good. You might not be able to understand many of my presentation. The second question, doing this will take me a lot of time. Even introducing a issue of extreme trade requires me to spend a lot of time on speaking practice. Doing this caused me to take me more time to complete the video, and you understand that screen trade will also be delayed. Given the depending recession right now, I think we are running out of time. I think it will have been a better option to release screen trade earlier. So I chose to write the Chinese PPT and speech, then translate them in English with the help of Google Translator, and finally rely on Microsoft's AI voice software to record the English version of Alice Trade explanation video. Because of the theoretical construction of extreme trade, the writing of relay copywriting, the production of PPT, and the recording and editing of videos are all completed by me alone. So if there are some omissions in some tabs, please forgive me. Please don't miss my video because PPT is displayed by AI. And don't choose to close my video because the wrong words and grammar in the video. Because edge screen trade that invent is really important. It will not only help world to delay the economic recession, help many countries fight the economic crisis, but also help the fund hope when your career is not doing well. Now, let's get started with the body content of the X-green trade.
Hello everyone, my name is Xue Hao, and my English name is Alex. I independently invented a method to fight the economic crisis. Alex scoring trade. Please remember the name of this method, because it will be famous all over the world and completely change the world. This video is the 7th in the Alex scoring trade theory series. How to play the game. Guess the average by looking at the item. Before we start this installment, let's take a look at the previous video content. In the 4th video, I demonstrated that using traditional after-sales survey to solve traditional trade problems is inefficient or even ineffective. In the 5th video, I used my self-created Alex Impossible Triangle to demonstrate a point of view. Rational buyers will definitely make trouble in traditional after-sales survey, and rational buyers will provide false information for their own interests. In the 6th video, I analyzed that traditional after-sales survey did not work well in the face of irrational buyers and click farms. The content of these videos tells us that the traditional survey methods we use are problematic, and if this is true, it is necessary for us to improve traditional survey. Asking questions is hard, but solving them is even harder, and in order to find the answers, I decided to put those conundrums aside for a bit of entertainment. Remember the first video of Alex scoring trade theory? In the first video, I recommended the game guess the average by looking at the item. And in this video, I will discuss with you what strategies will be used to play this game, and which strategies can help us obtain the greatest winning rate. Now, let's discuss the game of guess the average by looking at the item, which is played by 3 people. We will enter the situation of each player and explore what the core of the game guess the average by looking at the item is. If you have played this game and are interested in this game, you can learn how to get an advantage in this game next. Let's assume that there are 3 players participating in the game guess the average by looking at the item. The number selection range for their rating is 0 to 100. At this time, each player is free to scoring item, and they can choose any number within the optional range as their own score. At the same time, their score is also secret, and players will not know the scores of other players until the score is announced. So we have no way of knowing what the final average will be until the game is over. At this point, each player has 3 options. 1. Choose the score according to the objective condition of the item. The better the item, the higher the score; the worse the item, the lower the score. We refer to this score as the objective score. 2. Give a high score that deviates from the objective situation of the item. This score is referred to as a false high score. 3. Give a low score that deviates from the objective situation of the item. This score is referred to as a false low score. Now we make some specific settings for the convenience of description. Suppose the players participating in the game are player A, player B, and player C. The number selection range is 0 to 100 and must be an integer. The object of the game is a piece of clothing. The objective score is 60 points, the false high score is 80 points, and the false low score is 40 points. Player A. 1. Player A chooses the objective score. Then for player A, if he chooses objective scores, 9 situations may occur. After statistics, we can find that when player A chooses objective scoring, he wins in 7 situations. Only in the 5th and 9th cases, when player B and player C choose the deviation score in one direction at the same time, player A will suffer defeat. This can be summarized in a table as follows. 2. Player A chooses a high score that deviates from the objective situation. When player A chooses a high score that deviates from the objective situation of the item, there are also 9 possible situations. After statistics, we can find that when player A chooses a false high score, he wins in 5 situations. 3. Player A chooses a low score that deviates from the objective situation. When player A chooses a low score that deviates from the objective situation of the item, there are also 9 possible situations. There are 5 situations in which he can win, which can be outlined in a table as follows. To sum up, for player A, if he chooses the objective score, he can win the game in 7 situations, but if player A chooses high or low scores that deviate from the objective situation, he can only win in 5 situations. So for player A, choosing the objective score is the optimal strategy. Player B. 1. Player B chooses the objective score. For player B, if he chooses objective scores, 9 situations may arise. After statistics, we can find that when player B chooses objective scoring, he wins in 7 situations. Only in the 5th and 9th cases, when player A and player C choose the deviation score in one direction at the same time, player B will suffer defeat. This can be summarized in a table as follows. 2. Player B chooses a high score that deviates from the objective situation. When player B chooses a high score that deviates from the objective situation of the item, there are also 9 possible situations. After statistics, we can find that when player B chooses a false high score, he wins in 5 situations. 3. Player B chooses a low score that deviates from the objective situation. When player B chooses a low score that deviates from the objective situation of the item, there are also 9 situations that may occur, and he can win in 5 situations, which can be summarized in a table as follows. To summarize, for player B, his situation is exactly the same as player A. Player B can win the game in 7 situations if he chooses objective scores, but if player B chooses high or low scores that deviate from the objective situation, he can only win in 5 situations. So for player B, choosing the objective score is the optimal strategy. Player C. 1. Player C chooses the objective score. Then for player C, if he chooses objective scores, 9 situations may occur. After statistics, we can find that when player C chooses objective scoring, he wins in 7 situations. Only in the 5th and 9th cases, when player A and player B choose the deviation score in one direction at the same time, player C will fail. This can be summarized in a table as follows. 2. Player C chooses a high score that deviates from the objective situation. When player C chooses a high score that deviates from the objective situation of the item, there are also 9 possible situations. After statistics, we can find that when player C chooses a false high score, he wins in 5 situations. 3. Player C chooses a low score that deviates from the objective situation. When player C chooses a low score that deviates from the objective situation of the item, there are also 9 situations that may occur, and he can win in 5 situations, which can be summarized in a table as follows. To sum up, for player C, his situation is exactly the same as player A and player B. If the objective score is chosen, player C can win the game in 7 situations, but if player C chooses high or low scores that deviate from the objective situation, it can only win in 5 situations. So for player C, choosing the objective score is the optimal strategy. Summary of game strategies. From the above 9 tables, we can know that for player B and player C, their situation in the game of guessing the average by looking at item is exactly the same as that of player A. So for player A, player B, player C, because they are in the same situation, so choosing objective scores must be their optimal strategy. At the end of the video, I will summarize the content of this issue as usual. In the game of guess the average by looking at item played by player A, player B, and player C, each player has 3 choices: give an objective score, give a high score that deviates from the objective score, and give a deviation that deviates from the objective score low score. When each player makes an arbitrary choice, there are 9 situations. Taking player A as an example, when player A chooses the objective score, he can win in 7 of all 9 situations. When player A chooses to give a high score that deviates from the objective score or a low score that deviates from the objective score, he can only win in 5 of all 9 situations. Player B and player C are in exactly the same situation as player A. Therefore, we can conclude that in the game of guess the average by looking at the item played by 3 people, choosing the number within the range of optional numbers that best matches the objective situation of the target item can achieve a greater winning rate in the game. This video ends here. In this video, I analyze the best strategies for a 3-player game of guess the average by looking at item. In the next video, I will analyze what is the optimal strategy for each player when there are more than 3 players in the game guess the average by looking at the item. In the previous video, I have repeatedly recommended the game guess the average by looking at item. I don't know if you have played it and how many players you have when you play this game. If you're playing with 3 players, keep this trick in mind and try to give objective scores, as this will make you more likely to win. Please also think about a question before the next video. If you have more than 3 players in the game, what will be your optimal strategy in the game? If you realize the value of Alex's scoring trade after watching my video, please also forward my video to those who need it, whether they are your relatives, friends, classmates, or strangers you don't know. They may be suffering from economic recession at this time, and the Alex scoring trade can help them. See you in the next video.